Hi, the SI meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Tuesday, January 22nd. Very wintry morning here in the Delaware Valley with temperatures in the middle teens and a coating of snow on the ground. Snow showers and snow squalls moved through southeastern Pennsylvania early last evening on their way to New Jersey, causing a ½ inch to an inch of snow in some parts of New Jersey and lots of icy road conditions, some of which continued into the morning hours. The next 6 days look very wintry indeed here in the Mid-Atlantic region. From today right through Sunday, it's not too often you get a 6-day stretch here in the Mid-Atlantic region where it looks like temperatures will stay below freezing that entire time. We have bitter cold to deal with today, tomorrow, and Thursday, and accumulating snow on Friday, and then more bitter cold on Saturday and Sunday following that late week storm. A very wintry 6 days indeed coming for the Mid-Atlantic region. Let's first start off by looking at the 24-hour temperature change map from the Penn State eWall site. Lots of drops from this morning compared to yesterday morning, on the order of 15 or in some cases 20 degrees below what the temperatures were yesterday morning. That disturbance that came through last night with some snow showers and snow squalls really was the secondary Arctic front, and that has blasted its way into the Mid-Atlantic region. Again, very cold temperatures here this morning, and really the bitter cold exists all the way from Minnesota to the East Coast. This entire region right in here in the northeastern quadrant of the country is way below normal for this time of the year, and bitter cold conditions will continue for quite a while. Well, let's take a look at the latest surface map. That Arctic front that caused some snow shower activity in Pennsylvania and New Jersey is well off the coast right now, and it is just bitter cold again in this entire region. We are in the deep freeze now. The Arctic floodgates have opened up. It's 20 below right now in Duluth. The entire state of Wisconsin is below zero, with -5 from Madison all the way to Milwaukee. What's kind of unusual about that in Milwaukee, it doesn't happen too often that they drop below zero without any snow cover. And in fact, there's very little, if any, snow cover right now in southern part of Wisconsin, but Milwaukee is indeed below zero with no snow cover. It doesn't happen all that often. 1 below right now in Chicago, about 7 degrees in State College. Just a bitter cold all the way throughout this northeastern quadrant of the country right now. Well, we have one main storm system to worry about for Friday. There's actually a weak disturbance that could cause some snow shower activity late tomorrow and tomorrow night, especially across the Maryland border on down to D.C. Philadelphia and D.C. could both get another quick coating tomorrow night from a weak disturbance, but a more important threat is coming on Friday. I wanted to start off by talking about the very latest GOES composite water vapor imagery. This is a colorized version of the water vapor, and a couple things to point out here. Notice this big spin in the atmosphere here in the Gulf of Alaska, and a stream of clouds or moisture pouring in here in the upper left portion of this water vapor imagery. There's quite a jet streak out here, and this activity out over the Pacific Ocean kind of leads me to believe that it will be indeed quite a strong storm system entering the Mid-Atlantic region on Friday. I say that because some of the model runs last night actually weakened the storm system, like the GFS model. We'll talk about that in a moment, whereas other models kept it a rather strong storm system. It looks like it'll be a cold storm, most likely snow from D.C. all the way up to Boston. There could be a little bit of sleet maybe mixing in, especially around D.C., but I think primarily a snow event for the I-95 corridor. Still the potential for several inches of snow, but we'll have to, of course, fine-tune that as we approach the latter part of the week. Again, a couple of the models, like the GFS model, actually weakened things last night. Had snow and accumulating snow, but not as much as some of the other models, like the European, for example, and we'll talk about over the next couple of minutes. But all this activity over the Pacific, I think, will play a crucial role in keeping quite a decent storm headed into the Mid-Atlantic region on the day Friday. Well, let's kind of walk through the Friday storm situation. This is using some maps from the Raleigh Weather website. We're looking first at the GFS Ensemble Run for Friday evening. And notice, first of all, the blue line, the rain-snow line, way down south all the way into the Carolinas. Again, I believe this is very likely an all-snow event, or vast majority snow event from D.C. all the way up to Boston. The GFS Ensemble Run, kind of a double barrel, excuse me, low pressure area. Notice how far north Both of these are. There is some decent precipitation again in the form of snow, but it's slackened off some compared to its prior runs. Now let's take a look at the European Ensemble Run. And here is the European Ensemble Run again. These are last night's Ensemble Runs. The first one was GFS. This is the European for Friday evening. Now notice this has a low farther to the south compared to the GFS model. Kind of a double barrel low pressure area, one over southwestern PA, but a secondary out over the eastern part of North Carolina. Again, range snow line far down into the Carolinas. Again, it looks like a cold storm, and most likely all snow from D.C. up to Boston. Again, there's some discrepancies in terms of the total snow accumulation amounts. Let's take a look at one other model here. And here's the North American Mesoscale, the NAM model run, not an ensemble run, but the operational deterministic model run for Friday morning. And this model is still got quite a bit of precipitation. It is a little farther north track, maybe compared to some of the other models, but quite a bit of precipitation here dumped out by the over the Ohio Valley by this NAM model run. Again, this is Friday morning. So we have a discrepancy amongst the models. The GFS actually is the weakest right now. I tend to lean towards the stronger solutions with the European and the NAM model runs based on what's going on over the Pacific Ocean. So again, it looks like accumulating snow on Friday, and we'll continue to monitor the situation. Also, there can be some snow shower activity late tomorrow or tomorrow night in parts of the Mid-Atlantic region. Bitter cold right through the rest of the week. That's it for now for the SIweather.com. I'm the SI meteorologist, Paul Dorian.